just want to talk about friendships today. Um, I think friends are important for our mental state. We need to have somebody that we can relate to, and especially somebody that understands us. And a friend is the ticket. And so there are different types of friends, and I'd like to talk about that. And the first type, I think, is the type that we all want to have, and that's a best friend. For myself, I had a best friend that I met one time. She was working in the same business as my husband. She was a receptionist, and it happened to be National Secretary's Day. And I noticed that all the secretaries, got some sort of recognition. They got roses and cards and all the rest, and they got fussed over. But she was the receptionist at the front, and she didn't get anything. And I thought that wasn't right. I was there to see my husband at the time, but instead I just said to my husband, "Well, I'll see you later." And I made sure that she came with me and I went out to lunch with her. And that started the beginning of a great friendship. It just happened to be that we were similar souls. and and that was fine. And we followed each other throughout our lives. And that's very special. I really, really appreciate having someone like that in my life. And of course, it's difficult when they aren't always around, like later in life when things change. She went back to see her family back east, and she stayed there because that's where her family was. And I understand that totally. But it was hard because she was no longer around, but I could phone her, and we could send emails and things like that. But it just wasn't quite the same because we really did share everything. But I hope for you that you find someone like that one day. It's very special. And it does make you feel like you're kinda on top of the heap there too. Because you need that. You need to feel like to somebody you're special. And those kind of friendships, I hope for everyone that you find one. Okay? And there's social friends. I think social friends are important because sometimes you just wanna go somewhere and you need somebody to go with you. Or maybe they're just people that you meet at different venues and whatnot, but they're always willing to be there to meet you, that kind of thing. Social friends are great for a number of reasons. Maybe you want to play cards together or you want to go and, join a certain activity just to find out what it's like. And it's always great to have a partner who's a partner in crime who's willing to do the same things as you are and then compare notes after, that kind of thing. This is a little different than a best friend, but they're there for social events. And I think that plays an important role in our lives. And they may change as you change and as your activities change, but you enjoy the time you have together, and that's what's important. There's also friends you have in groups. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's say that you know a group of women who like to walk together and they do it on a regular basis. So that would be a group activity where you all know each other, but you're not necessarily all friends. You just get to know each other over time and you meet on a regular basis. You look forward to it because it's an activity you all share, but it's not a friendship in the true sense because true friendships take time and usually it's one to one. This is a big group where you belong, but there isn't any one person that kind of sticks out in the group. It's just the group itself. So you could be maybe taking an exercise class where you know everybody there, or a dance class, or something like that, or even a night school course. Whatever it is, you find these people through your life that appear and uh, and offer some sort of a, a bit of value because they share an interest in the same thing you do. Like you're learning something new and they are too, and you're doing it together. And it's important too. Now I'd like to talk about friends at work. When we go through different stages and different jobs and whatnot, we always end up meeting certain people that are great because we see them every day. We get to know them a bit. Maybe we share training, or we might be even doing the same thing on the job. But the nice thing about work friends is that you are sharing something similar, so you can talk about that subject. It's something that stands out because it is unique to the workplace. And so these people are not necessarily friends in the truest sense, but they are people that you spend a piece of your life dealing with. And for the most part, it's comfortable. And if it isn't, I don't recommend that you spend a whole bunch of time there because it's not going to make you happy. You have to be in a workplace that you enjoy. And part of that experience is the people there. So if you get along well with the people there, you're not really truly friends, but you have a comradeship. Um, you spend similar hours in the same space, and you enjoy the activities that you do spend together. Um, that's a valuable contribution. So look at it that way and appreciate the friends that you have at work. There's another aspect here that you have to think about when it comes to friends, and that is that they are going to change from time to time. And I don't want you to be afraid to let them go if you need to. We can't hang on to people in our lives as if they're some sort of a security blanket because they have lives too. And if you find that their values are different than yours now, uh, that they're doing things that you don't approve of or you feel uncomfortable about, you may reach a point where you have to make a decision. And it's really more important that you do break up the friendship in a pleasant way. Let the person know um, that things are different for you now and that, you hope they understand and that kind of thing. Um, but it's healthy to acknowledge that something isn't right for you and to step back when you need to. You want to be a happy individual, and that sometimes means standing up for yourself and in a certain way, doing the things that are right for you so that you don't end up injuring yourself somehow. Um, don't ever form a friendship because other people are doing it or all kinds of other reasons that don't really stand up over time. Do it because you care about that person or you want them in your life. Don't pretend that you are a friend if you're not. That's a waste of time. Life is too short, believe me. So, now what I'd like to do, well, since we've discussed this, is offer you a little fun. I've got a number of photos here that I want you to look at that are just put together with the thought that it'll give you a laugh. Okay? I think it's important to laugh. And as I said in the name of my channel, words, wit, and wisdom, I like to offer some humor once in a while. So enjoy this, and hopefully it gives you a smile. Okay?